Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. It's Marie with Swipe in the City.
We are back in the studio today. You've got Michelle here, obviously. And, if y'all saw the title, you know what we're doing. We're doing Shit Guys Say, and we couldn't do it without our special guest.
Hey, it's me, Paul.
Well, not everybody knows you here. Tell us, for those who haven't met you yet, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh yeah, for those who haven't met me yet, good for you.
Lucky.
Lucky, lucky you, psych. No, PM Jams is where you can find me. I make music and I put on events in Austin. Plugging the event on August 21st that they're going to be at. Anyway.
For sure. We haven't really talked about it.
Yeah.
Do you want to give people like a brief on what the event's going to be about?
Yeah, so on August 21st, I'm doing a art gallery, a lo-fi art gallery, and I'm featuring the swipe in. Is it still recording? I'm featuring Michelle and Marie there to do a live podcast for the audience. So
And Blue is coughing up a toy.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine, as always.
Welcome to the shit show.
We are so excited we've been talking about doing a live podcast probably since we started doing the podcast, and definitely since we met Sammy at Wanderlust. So
I've been telling you guys, I've been wanting to do it for like a while. I really have. I've been like, oh, we should do that, and now we're finally going to do it. So if you're listening to this now, be there then on August 21st. It's going to be dope. 8 p.m. Check out either of our Instagrams, and you'll see more information as it comes out. So it's going to be dope.
Keep in touch, and we'll be posting it.
We're pumped.
Michelle. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to ask what we're drinking before we jump into the thing.
So we are drinking the Karbach.
Yeah, I think.
Karbach Brewing Company. Y'all, this is my first beer. Today. Hopadillo IPA. It is brewed in Texas. It is a 6.6% beer.
Whoop, whoop.
And it is tasty AF. And we got some feedback from our last two episodes from at Daniela Hannah 68. She really loved it, but apparently I cuss too much like a trucker.
That feels right. I actually got somebody. I didn't add it to the queue for Shit Guys Say, but he responded to one of my prompts that said swipe in the city, blog, podcast, whatever. He responded, he goes, if I didn't know better, I would think this sounded like a sailor. And then the emoji with like the mouth cut out with like all the symbols. And I was like, excuse me, sir, you've never met me? That's so... What a rude way to try to start a conversation with somebody. Fuck you.
I think he was being flirty or trying to be. I mean, people are bad at it. I'm just saying, this is what that was.
This recently, maybe on or off the podcast, but when guys like come in hot and they try to
We just talked about this.
But Paul wasn't there.
Damn, that was your first mistake.
But because here's the thing, we did talk about this, but like, we're very sarcastic. But when guys try to do the like elementary school like diss as an intro, and you don't know their humor and you don't know their personality, and that's like how they start, I'm like, no, fuck
it's
you.
It's just rude.
Shit. Somebody make it. What is that, like a minute?
I mean, I've already said it, so here we are. Yeah, no, and like the other thing too, that I've noticed on a lot of prompts on Hinge is like that people are asking for a good flirt to roast ratio, and it's like, okay, A, that's like kind of cliche. B, don't just come out hot with a roast. Like, aren't you supposed to flatter somebody if you're trying to like get in?
Can I say also on what you guys are saying is like, if you are not telling jokes, like actual jokes on your regular time, you're not that guy. Like I cannot. Yeah. You're not
be the funny guy. Don't not the funny guy.
Don't. And you know, like your friends may laugh at that like one zinger that you may get while you're out there at a fucking Buffalo Wild Wings,
drunk.
But like, yeah, while you're wasted. But like, chill out, dude. There are people who actually tell jokes, and I'm just gonna put it out there. You're not that guy, and that's okay. You don't have to be funny. People have gotten sex without being funny. So, so
Fucking Mike, where's your mic? Mike,
Mic drop.
that is the quote that's
So-
used to promote this.
Yeah.
That's it.
100%.
People
That's it.
gotten sex without being funny.
so it's fine.
Every week we're actually putting that out. Just that
Me
quote.
Monday. Me Monday.
So it's fine. You don't have to try to be funny because I can guarantee. Because I know a lot of women, and they have shown me every time. Because I read the messages from a guy's point of view, and I'm like, oh, this is a guy who thought he was funny. Like that's what I read. Like this is the guy. I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it, but he thought. Just trust me. You're not that guy. Especially, you don't go into interviews doing a whole stand-up set. This is basically an interview, but for sex. So don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this is basically an interview but for sex. We're getting some good clips today. I do
Yeah.
think we're videoing this.
Yeah.
Y'all want to jump in?
Do you want to start us off here?
Yeah, so normally we acquire screenshots over the course of time, and we have a bunch of those, but we had a little zinger drop right into my Hinge inbox this morning. So this is like a real
Breaking news.
analysis. So it's my Hinge. I think this is like a good photo of me. It's a really up close face shot, good lighting. My hair looks pretty good. And I got a message, not that one, that's LinkedIn. Do you want to read the message from? We're just gonna call him B, so we don't use his name.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it. There's not much to read here, but as B, he says, "Great smile."
And then I invited.
Classic slide in.
Classic.
It's actually funny because I'm not really smiling. This is like a smile.
It's a smirk.
It's a smirk.
It's a smirk.
You look like
You look like you have a secret.
No, you look like she's
I
like
do, and it's Victoria's.
plug Victoria's Secret. I feel like it looks like you're about to sell me a car, or like
Whoa!
that's her. Just like what? That's her face right there. Like, hey, I'm Michelle. I just started working at Enterprise. Like that's what her face looks like.
Fuck yourself.
What? First of all,
Compliment.
shouts out to all my hard workers at Enterprise. I didn't
That's pretty hard.
see. Look, yeah.
Stick deal.
I'm-
2019.
Helps the world go around.
2020.
It just
No, it was 2019.
The car, but you got it in 2020.
Correct.
this. Anyways, I'm meant to
Well,
roast.
Now that you're shitting on me.
I meant to roast B. Sorry.
So then it says you invited B to start the chat. So this is last night.
Okay, and then B says, "Hey, good evening."
Good evening.
Right, my bad. I meant to say it like that, like a vampire from a cartoon.
Reason at 1 a.m. I said, "Hey."
Really quick sidebar: an unknown reason at 1 a.m. That's the witching hour. He responds back
At
at
a
8
proper time this morning.
at 8 p.m. 8 a.m. SQQ.
All capital.
Shouts out. Those are the letters S, Q, and Q.
Sure.
And then he says, "Sorry, your morning." Obviously, these are typos, but goddamn.
Here's the thing: if you correct a typo with another typo,
We're off to a bad start.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
We're off. This is off.
I can't.
Yeah, that'll be a no for me, dog. I mean, and Great Smile is such a basic ass line. Like, is he even cute?
Anne Marie said that, and she already knew the answer. I'm so mad.
So we're gonna go to the profile. What do you think of the first photo?
But Michelle, I didn't know you were in the lobsters. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's weird lighting, and he looks like he's balding, and his hair looks kind of gray.
He's just so red.
Also,
Yeah.
Just-
Should have even red.
it's an empty wine glass.
No, there's a little bit of red wine left in there. Just a little.
I consider that empty.
There.
Hmm.
And then let's go. His first prompt, Marie. Do you want to read this?
All I ask is that you loyal.
I had to.
Not all he asks is that you are.
No, it's asked.
All he asks is that you loyal.
That's it.
Can we break this down for a second? Because I see this a lot. This loyal thing.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
I feel like this is someone's way of being like,
I've been
I've
cheated
been
on.
cheated on, so I'm looking for someone who's loyal, but they're putting it out in this, like, not that you should put in your profile, like, hey, just so you know, my therapist and I are working on
my trust
issues because of this, but, like, all I ask is that you loyal.
I just hate it, like, because it, like, a good relationship, no matter what type of person you generally are, requires some level of loyalty. So it kind of, to me, is just like, duh.
That's any relationship, though, not even romantic.
Relationship, whatever.
Can I say, though, listen, you should not judge a book by the cover. I think I totally agree with that, but I'm here for jokes. And just looking at this guy, I don't think anybody's ever cheated on him. Like,
I don't know.
Wait, where are you going with
No,
this?
I'm just saying, like, for somebody to cheat on him, you have to be with him in the first place.
Oh!
Right, like, you can't...
Man, Paul with the zingers.
Just saying, you can't cheat on a man with no chin. Like, you can't...
I will say, so he's listed as living downtown. He went to A&M and he works in high tech. He probably makes decent money.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a sugar daddy.
No, nobody who works in tech says they work in high tech. If you work,
I don't know what high tech means, but it
doesn't mean anything. If you work in tech, I know everybody I know is a fucking dork, and nobody ever says, "What do you do for a living?" Oh, I work at high tech. Like,
unless he's high while he does it.
I like
he's jumping high in this next photo, which is very strange. I feel like he's gonna fall.
Paul, do you want to read this prompt and the answer?
Which is more important to you? Sleep. Yo,
he does not work in high tech, and he doesn't know, like, tenses.
I think that he was interpreting that as, like, what's most important to you and, like, answering for himself. Also not a great answer, but, like, I think he's misinterpreting the prompt.
But also, which implies there are two options, at least.
Has
he dated, like, a coke addict?
Shouts out to Marie, who's apparently been doing yoga, because that was a stretch. That is
my favorite.
Oh, man.
Paul is my new favorite.
I mean, all you have to do is read that for more than 3 seconds. Be like, oh yeah, the word which. I always...
I like the camel.
I was going to say, I agree.
I love it.
That's a llama.
Is he wearing
a camel, Michelle?
That's a camel. It's got a hump.
What kind of dog is blue?
Is he wearing a helmet, though?
No, that's not.
Oh, I can't see the front.
I don't like those pants.
I will say, he's caked up.
Yeah.
Man's is caked up, though. Look at that. Look at that donk.
All right.
You grabbed a handful of that.
Yeah, let's talk about this donk.
Who cares about that?
Oh, here we go.
The hallmark of a good relationship is trust and respect. Again, duh.
He clearly has some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to contact Larry or Gary.
I'm sensing a theme. Oh my God, shut up. Your therapist is Gary.
So he's my temporary therapist. We had a session this week.
I like him.
He's more action oriented, and he didn't go to the post office during our session. So we're making progress.
What more can you ask for?
He had some ideas, although he did. So I had my first session with a new therapist this week. One of his suggestions for my, like, weekday, Monday, Tuesday anxiety was to start my day with inspirational quotes.
Oh God,
sick.
Yeah, maybe you should find a new therapist.
And I was like, this is not the guy that I'm going to be able to talk to about, like, some of my other issues.
That sounds like toxic positivity, but we don't need to get into that now.
I'm over B.
Are you sure? Okay. All right.
Let's get back in.
Let's get back in.
We're going to Slack. We're getting into it. But yeah, he had some good suggestions, like accountability for some different things and stuff like that, which I think were true and beneficial for him only knowing me for 30 minutes.
Shout out to the guys that are on dating apps. Listen, you guys, please reread your prompts and just proofread. Not even that long. It doesn't even have to be crazy. And don't be clever, because I tried that. And don't just be fucking normal.
But please, dear Lord, proofread.
Please, for the love of God.
Do we want to read these next two prompts together? Because they're from the same human.
Yeah, you should.
Well, we think he's a human. You'll find out why.
Let's also got a police car.
I think so.
Yo, troubling. This is troubling.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the prompt, and then I want one of you to read the response.
Okay.
All right. So this is a prompt on Hinge. The one thing you should know about me is
I believe in moon energy and very connected.
God.
hold, please. All I ask is that you
exude an incredible moon energy.
Excuse me. Are you texting?
No.
During our session?
All my homies messaged me. All right. No, I'm not.
How do you feel about this? What's your gut reaction to this, Paul?
Listen, I'm not a chick, so I don't know if y'all are into this.
What if that was on a girl's profile?
I would not swipe right. Unless she was just the baddest. Like, they were...
Unless you were straight in trying... Like, you're like, I don't care if she doesn't even use full sentences. Like, I'm trying to hit it.
Right. This is gonna fuck me up.
That's it. Right. I'd have to look at her and immediately go, she's gonna ruin my life, and it's gonna go great. Like, I'd have to immediately see that. But, like, out beyond those circumstances, I don't... What even is moon energy? What does that even mean?
Everybody looks at Michelle just like whipped her head over at me as the astrologer in the room, even though I'm not.
Oh God, are you about to explain?
True, I do have a nose ring. I don't know what moon energy is, and it kind of makes me feel like maybe I should. I know what a moon sign is in terms of astrology. Like, you have your sun sign, which for all of us here is Scorpio. So it's your main sign based on your birthday, and then moon sign is based on something else when you input your dates. But I don't think that's what he's talking about, because moon sign is based on, it's like the presentation. I don't remember. I don't remember.
I love you, but I'm already bored.
Yeah. There you have it.
According to Google, moon energy is potent and powerful. Thanks. just like we are if we choose to believe it, and it can be used as a way to connect more deeply with ourselves and our feelings, particularly during a full moon. You can try to harness that spiritual energy through journaling, meditation, or charging your crystals.
So he's a witch.
He's a witch.
I hate it here.
I hate it. Oh my God.
Even me and my witchiness wouldn't. I don't think I could ever date another witch, though.
He said,
I have to have all the power.
Right. Let's see. So, okay, are we done talking about Moon Man?
Yeah, we're done with Moon Man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got bored.
Read this one for me.
My best travel story. I went ziplining in the jungle in Costa Rica with my family when I was 13. What?
And okay, so this is somebody's like Hinge. This is
a prompt and response.
Prompt, and then the response to it. So you're gonna be
okay. Wait. Oh, I get it. I will get it now. Okay.
And then his response to that person's prompt is,
life for me has also gone downhill since 13. Let's go through that one more time. So we got it. Yeah. So you're gonna read your best travel story.
Because I have thoughts now. All right. So home girl, I'm imagining, whoever is the receiver, this person, as their prompt says, your best travel story, and their best travel story was, I went ziplining in the jungle in Costa Rica when I was 13 with my family. And now this person responded with, because on Hinge you can look at somebody's prompt and respond, they chose to respond with, life for me has also gone downhill since 13.
I'll be honest. Like, it's kind of funny.
No,
it's kind of funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Like, I'm worried that they're not, like, we talked about guys making jokes. I'm worried that they're not. I'm worried that this isn't a joke.
God damn.
We're definitely I'm hackled. This is a meme.
I'm hackled.
Can we say, like, as a joke person, that is a fucking really good joke. That's really good. He said, life for me has gone downhill for the people who are slow. What that means is, for ziplining, you go down. His life has also gone downhill. Like ziplining.
13. And her best travel story was when she was 13, and she hasn't had a better one. I agree. That's kind of sad.
That's I said it was a good joke.
It's a
I don't know
great
if
joke.
it's- I don't know
There's
if
a lot of reasons why it's a great joke.
I don't know if it's like, but I don't know if that's what I would ever cite into somebody's DMs with. Because I'll be honest, if you're trying to match with somebody, you don't really come with that heat off the heezy. You know what I'm saying? I might.
Yeah.
You want somebody to know who you are, not that you're like really good at writing jokes, unless they're also a comedian, in which case you have more problems on hand.
I wonder what Jared Freed's profile.
I was just okay. So I was just gonna say I was listening to it was either You Up or Retrain or one of his.
He's
other
on Raya.
things. But he was talking about it, and what he was saying is like he's a literally professional comedian. Also, we'll see you in is it October?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you in October. Boo boo. Not that makes sense.
Yeah, other plug. Keep an eye out there for some details on that giveaway. Can't wait.
But he was saying because it says he's a comedian, like girls all the time try to slide in and be like, they try to like crack jokes and be like, "Oh, so you think you're funny, huh?" And he's like,
they try to out funny his funny, which is like, why?
And he's just like, I'm also like, I'm just a human,
right?
I'm just a human. Like, say hey, conversation, and like he was talking about it, and he's like, I just don't fucking get it. Like, it's annoying.
All right.
I could see how that. I mean, and I'm sure he's gotten that his whole life too. Even meeting people in real life, saying what he does for a living. Like, "Hi, I'm a comedian." Oh, you must be really funny. Like, I feel like that sounds like something that a dude would say in high school, and it's just like, get over it.
I don't know your friend, but I will also say, is that your friend? Is that your friend?
We've never met him.
Oh, okay.
We listen to his show.
I don't know your friend.
We're just obsessed with him. It's fine.
I don't know your friend or this guy you're obsessed with.
Good lately.
But can I say though, like, if you put "I'm a comedian" in your dating profile, what did you expect was going to happen?
Well, no, that's literally his job.
Yeah, I know it's his job, but like
listed as his job,
right? But look, think about what his job is, though. You have such an entertaining interpersonal job. Like you expect people to just be like, "Oh, that's neat," and just move along.
There's other questions that you could ask a comedian, though. Like,
sure, but they're not going to do that. That's just not how it works.
I mean,
come on. It's just so busy.
Genuinely curious about, I don't know, like how did you get into that? Have you been a comedian forever? Like we know because we listen to all of his shit that he was in other areas of business prior to becoming a comedian.
Listen, I'm not saying you're wrong. I think you're right. All I'm saying is I don't know if I would complain about that. Just be like, "Oh, I can't believe all these people, all they do is harp on the fact that I'm funny." Like, well, bro, what?
But they try to be funny back and they're not. That's the problem.
Hey, what are you gonna do? You're a trained comedian. So what are you gonna do? So
moving on.
So, Paul, you want to read this one, or be the guy and I'll be the girl?
I'm hoping
the blue. You be the gray bubble. I'll be the blue.
Also, do we have context for this?
This was after. This is a little old, but this is from a guy that I had matched with a while back, and we were moving the conversation from Hinge to text. So this is his kind of initial slide into my texting.
Okay, so you've done the transition.
Okay, so you guys have chatted for a second. Okay, but this is how he decided to just really go on.
So keep in mind, like, we hadn't been talking for very long.
Right.
If you've listened to other shows, you know I give my number out pretty frequently.
Marie, what's your number?
6.
Okay, so Paul, I'm not having you be the bubble on the left.
Bet. What's your address? I'm coming to hang with you and your fur babies. He didn't say it like that, I'm sure, but I just said
2 R's.
Fur babies. He's a.
So it feels weird.
Yeah. Hope it was a typo. You have to earn that. That's my response, because fuck you.
God.
I'm sorry. Like we barely said anything.
Also, we skipped the part that this was a 2 a.m. text.
Oh, this is 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Well, God bless you for having the patience to even respond to that. Any message I'm sorry, go ahead, Marie.
No, I was going to say, oh, goddamn, this is a really old message now that I'm like looking at the timestamp from November of probably like 2019 or earlier.
Yeah,
this is an really old ass message.
Yeah. God bless you for even responding to that, because people outside of my friends, if you text me at 2 a.m., you're getting a block. Like I'm just not going. No, ma'am. What 2 a.m.?
Well, like, what's your address is just so creepy. I don't know. Don't ask a woman her address and say you're gonna come over.
Right? And
Like,
hang with your fur babies?
when like we've never met in real life. Like,
My other issue with it is like when guys try to be like authoritative and like dominant, but you haven't like met them. There's not like an established dynamic, but they're trying to be like, I'm coming over, or we're like, you're meeting me here. It's like, first of all, you may ask me.
Right.
You may ask me if I want to do that. Don't you dare fucking tell me what I'm doing or invite yourself to my home.
In general, just don't tell me what to do, okay?
Can I say there's also, like, there's a way to be a leader without doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's like, I mean, I don't know. I've never texted anybody at 2 a.m. So I don't know how that goes, but there's a way to do that. So don't be an asshole, I guess. Don't be like, hey, what you and me gonna do?
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. Hashtag don't be an asshole. Yeah, no, shouts out to that guy. All right, R.I.P. to him. Let's talk about this lumberjack.
So this was submitted by a listener. Who also, I feel like she fuels at like 10 to 20% of our Shit Guys Say content.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Oh my god, I already knew who it was as soon as I read it. There's like, right? It has to be who I think it is, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. All right.
So this is an Instagram slide in from someone that the user is not connected with. Really, only doubling my chances for a reply here because I don't take Tinder seriously. Do you have breast implants? Really had to know.
Do you have to know, though? Like, you don't.
Also,
none of your business, sir.
Also, I feel like it's pretty obvious. Regardless of everything else. Like,
I mean, but it doesn't matter. Don't ask.
It doesn't matter. Don't ask.
Right.
But we've had multiple people have like pushed out this question to this person
in different ways.
I feel like it's like if you know boobs,
right?
It's relatively, again, not appropriate to ask, but they're not asking because they don't know the answer.
Sure. But like, where are they going to go with that? Like, let's say she does respond and she's like, yeah, actually they are.
Oh shit.
Like, where do you go from there?
Shit, now I don't know the answer. Shit. All right, now I have to message too. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, like, look,
are you hoping that she's gonna say, yeah, baby, they're all natural, come and play with them? Like, no.
Right, like, wait,
no, I will not suck your dick and you can't suck my tits. Like,
whoa.
Is that?
What is saying inappropriate to that?
Sorry.
So he says, really only doubling.
It's
really
so rude.
So he says, really only doubling my chances for a reply here. Because I don't take Tinder seriously. What does that mean?
So how is this doubling chances?
So he matched with her. I'm making some assumptions.
Or tried.
Sorry. He liked her.
Okay.
On Tinder.
Okay.
She probably didn't match with him.
Right.
So he found her on Instagram.
Right.
So he liked her on Tinder. He's doubling his chances by finding her on Instagram and DMing her.
I also hate when guys mention that they saw you on XYZ dating app and try to slide into your DMs. I feel like we've talked about this before as like a best practice because literally, like, if you see me on the app and we don't match,
right,
I'm not gonna respond to you anywhere else. Like, you're delusional if you think I just haven't seen your match.
All right. Now, I don't know what it's like being on a woman's Instagram or Match, Tinder, whatever, dating thing. So are you telling me that you have seen every guy on there? Is that what you're about to tell me?
Because not necessarily.
Because what I was going to say was, because I've done, like, if I've seen somebody on Instagram where I thought we'd be not a match, but you know, like we'd get along. I'd be like, hey, I saw you there, I wanted to holler at you, see what's good. You know, nothing like that.
If you know the person, I think it's a little bit different.
Well, no, I haven't known them, but they will say, hit me up on Instagram, or they'll have their Instagram there, and I'm like, well, I mean, fuck it, if it's there.
They put their Instagram there for followers.
Well, I don't follow, but I'm just saying I message, right? So, like, in that case, am I not supposed to message you if it's up there? Like,
if it's there, you can message, but it's just weird to be like, I don't know. It's just weird to reference the app.
Yeah.
And, like, you obviously didn't match with me because I couldn't message you on the app.
Well, that's what I was.
Right, exactly. Like, I feel like if you see somebody or whatever and you slide in and you don't reference, like, hey, I saw you on Hinge, Tinder, Bumble, and you just say, like, hey, like, you seem like fun, what's up? That's different because now we're not saying, like, ooh, you didn't match with me on the app, so I'm gonna try here.
Interesting. Okay, good to know. Interesting. I'm not on the shouts out. I'm not on the apps anymore, but that is interesting information because I always was curious as to, like, why would you put your Instagram there
For followers.
Yeah, but if they're not going to follow, if they're just going to DM you, then, like, what's the point?
They follow.
Oh, well, I don't. Unless you.
I actually have a friend who completely built her Instagram and Twitter following by putting her handle on her dating app.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! That's awesome.
She literally for a while, like, actually paid for some of the, like, upgraded features of Bumble and Tinder.
What?
100%.
Wow, that's baller moves.
She's also hot and
oh.
Yeah, like, was involved in, like, sports type stuff. So
listen, hey, this is not only a dating podcast, but this is also a business podcast where you learn to grow your following.
Build your Instagram following.
Instagram following. Shouts out to Marie and her friend.
It's not a business podcast.
Yeah, right.
Also, he has 38 followers.
What a loser.
Yeah. I wish I had 38 followers. I'm playing. Let's see. Let's get really, really baked and hang together.
That's the next message for anybody that was wondering where that came from.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't just saying that to Maria and Michelle. Yeah, the show's over. No. So this is Marie's Hinge, and this guy messages her saying, "Let's get really, really baked and hang together."
Upside down smiley face.
Upside down smiley face.
Which I do love the upside down smiley face personally, but
I don't hate this, but it definitely makes me go, like, bro, what do you have to offer?
Right.
Like, what's good?
So, can I say, this isn't in response to anything stoner or marijuana related.
No, it's just her picture.
Nothing. I don't even, like, on Hinge, you can put whether or not you drink, do drugs, smoke weed, and I don't have any of that visible to people.
So, like, this to me is really off-putting because I don't smoke.
Boo. Not playing.
My favorite thing is when people, like, have you tried it? I'm like, I grew up in fucking Oregon.
Yes. Yeah.
I've seen it. I've grown it. I've dated drug dealers. Like, yes. But, like, there's nothing that initiates this specific thing.
Right.
So
it's literally a response to a photo of me.
Listen, we've all seen worse.
Sure. We've definitely discussed worse.
This is still bad. It means nothing, you know. Let's get really, really baked and hang together.
I mean, at least he's asking.
Is he?
He's not saying we should or anything dumb. Yeah.
What's your address? We're gonna get really, really vague.
Right. Like, you don't know. You don't have that authority, sir.
You don't have that weed authority, sir.
Also, like, is it even good? Anyway.
Yeah. No. There's a lot here. So no, don't do that, guys. I don't even know what that is. Who thought that was a good idea? Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, get a drink isn't the same as getting baked. Yeah, here's the next one we've got is a conversation.
I had a joke.
But I know there was, like, a lot of context, but you skipped the end where he was a jackass. That's okay, though.
Oh, I didn't read the end. I didn't get that far.
It's okay.
Let's go.
I thought this was interesting, though.
So, this is one of mine. And this was, like, a recommended match from Hinge. And I was like, this guy looks kind of familiar, but I don't know, whatever. Fucking, he's, like, kind of cute. It's probably buried in there. And so the message before this was, haven't we tried this before?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So that was
his slide.
So you guys matched, and he says.
So we'd had a conversation, like, probably, like, 6 months ago.
Oh, and then you guys matched again.
We unmatched, and then we matched again.
Oh, sick.
This is why you don't unmatch.
That's how love stories start, man.
He was like, so he was like, oh, haven't we tried this before?
Just keep going.
Yeah. So, Paul, why don't I'll be purple and you be white?
Okay.
So I was like, weird. Hinge doesn't show past messages.
Well, I just signed back up. I guess I'm a sucker for punishment. He has a smiley face, so I did that noise.
The laughing emoji, yeah.
And then for whatever reason, I respond with 3 laughing emojis. Also,
He's not that funny.
It's not that funny.
No.
It's not that funny. What am I doing?
No.
And then
Doing the
he
most.
said, are you really on a dating app if you haven't deleted it and come back at least 5 times?
Solid joke.
That is a good joke.
Probably delivers better in person, but solid joke. And then I would, and he says,
also, everybody knows, like, there's memes about it, so.
"Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll be,
it's like a thing.
Who doesn't know that?
It's a phenomenon.
That'd be super weird if somebody here didn't know that. That'd be weird.
At Paul.
I mean, if that's the standard, then I've definitely met it. I make that noise now when you say that.
Yeah, I definitely think he laughs like that.
What are you up to this evening? Also, can I say?
And then the conversation gets kind of boring for a while, so we'll skip to the end.
Yeah, it gets boring and then back and forth. And I was like, oh, this is why we unmatched. And then I sent him a, hey, I'm not really feeling a connection here.
Sure.
Kind of breakup message.
You're typical, yeah.
And his response was like, yeah, you can't make a connection over text. Yada yada, should have known. Basically, he sent me like a whole like novel, like go fuck yourself, blah blah blah. So unknown where that screenshot is. But here we are.
Well,
I think he's a little bitter.
Yeah, just a bit. First of all, why are you matching with somebody that you unmatched with 6 months ago? I'll be honest.
Oh, I have this guy that is a 10. I have this
not
one.
You. I mean, both of you.
This one dude, I've denied his match request probably 10 times over the past several years. He's tried it. I've successfully matched with him twice, and then I was like, this is going nowhere. Because, like, we literally wouldn't even talk past, like, hey, what's up? And he keeps trying to match with me. Like, what are you doing?
I'll be honest, my pride wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, right.
Well,
also, it's like he's a little too hot in his photos. Like, I guess, but
there you go.
he's a little too hot. I feel like it's a catfish, and either that or he is hot and just can't hold a conversation. Either way, not a match.
First of all, now you need to. Now that you told me he's a fucking catfish, now you have to do it so we have something to talk about.
A dumb name, so I didn't want to deal with
Was it Bartholomew Binkleton or something?
Yeah.
That's a good name.
That's exactly what it is, actually.
Bartholomew. Let's go to Jim Jones here. Later. Let's go.
Well, I'm glad you mispronounced it at least.
I didn't.
We don't say it on this fucking podcast.
It was intentional, actually. Jim Jones, he was the guy who did the cult of South Africa. That's cool. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, Jonestown.
Yeah, Jonestown. Yeah.
All right, you want to describe this one?
All right, so this is a response to Michelle's adorable photo in her ratio crop top. And a photo of Blue looking sad as always. And it's captioned, me and my best friend.
Can I say, honestly, all right, before we get into the words of this picture looks haunted. Like, let me tell you why. Blue.
It's sitting on my profile.
No, it's not you.
You look like an enterprise sales rep. You look like a car salesman.
No.
Your picture looks haunted.
No, it's not. It's not you. It's not you in this picture. It's specifically Blue. Blue.
Well, that's always Blue.
This looks like the meme where there's the girl standing in front and there's like a house burning down behind her.
It does a little bit because there's like an older building behind her that I think is Luster Pearl East.
Yeah.
Yo, honestly, this looks like you're like, oh man, I just built this new home, but there's a ghost dog just there.
You're thinking of that old painting of the farmer and his wife standing in front of the farm.
Yeah,
is that what you're thinking of? And they both look really upset.
Kind of, yeah, but like this one, when I say it looks haunted, Blue looks like he's not supposed to be there. Blue
They could very easily be photoshopped and have that be like the background that they added. It definitely could be Photoshopped.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I say
it's a great photo, though. I do love this photo.
Shouts out. Yeah, no, Blue just looks like, yo, I'm about to tear this bitch's life up. Like, this is about to be crazy. I'm about to haunt the shit off this new house. Anyways, moving on. Homeboy says to Michelle, I'm your new best friend. I imagine that's what LOL sounds like in real life.
It just sounds like LOL because people never laugh when they say LOL.
I do it all times now. I have to. Anyways, cool.
So, do you want to be you?
Sure. You're going to have to fight him for it.
You didn't put an LOL. That's a shame.
She put an exclamation point.
That's fair. She's yelling at him. I won't have to fight. He'll end up loving me more anyway. And that's how I slide in. LMAO.
What sound effect do you make for the sunglasses emoji?
That's the,
too cool for school.
That's, if you guys didn't hear it, the sound effect goes. Like, that's how it goes.
So then, sometimes we have like a really weird, boring conversation. So I basically stopped responding, and then he texts me or he messages me like I think it's like a week or 2 weeks later.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
So he's like gone back through his matches, unless he only has a couple. He's like gone back through his conversations. He comes back to one that died. Paul, do you want to be the loser for us?
No.
I'm in such a nice mood today.
Right, Marie, you are in rare form.
All right, so now it's 2 weeks later. He comes in. He says, "Hey, just hey,
how's it going?"
Whoa, you actually answered! Space and 4 exclamation points. How have you been? Space, 2 exclamation points and a question mark.
And I was like, LOL. Oh, what's the LOL sound? I mean, you caught me while I was offline. Which is like
kind of a classic response.
It's kind of like a bitchy thing. It's like, I'm here. Like, you walked into my office. What do you want?
Right.
And I was like, doing well, just working a lot. Excited summer is here. How about you? And then it just like it's boring from there.
I just love. I mean, I hate the enthusiasm. I feel like, whoa, you actually answered is very like insecure.
Right.
I don't like it.
Agreed.
I don't like it. Like,
agreed.
It's just kind of weird. This guy also sent me a message about like needing a hug, and I was like,
ugh.
Yo,
he's insecure.
I don't hug anybody.
I mean, I hug a lot of people.
not random strangers on Hinge.
Shouts out to fellas. Hey, listen, unless it works for you, but if you aren't out there putting in numbers, don't just message people 2 weeks down the line talking about, hey, don't do that. Like, unless it's proven that it works, and chances are it doesn't. And
if the match dies, it dies.
If it dies, it dies. For me, it dies within 24 hours. That's fine. And
that's why you're not on the apps.
This is why I'm not on the apps. I have too many things to do. And then if on the chance that a woman does respond, after you've messaged her 2 weeks later, and she does respond with, how's it going? Even, she's just matching your...
No emojis.
She's matching your energy, by the way. So if she matches your energy, even responds at all within the same day, do not respond sarcastically like, oh, whoa, you actually responded. Sorry, bro. She doesn't know you shit. Honestly, she doesn't know you goddamn thing. She doesn't have to be there. And I'll be honest, it's just your turn. And so you got lucky at this point because her inbox is filled. So, sorry, don't be an asshole.
Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
And we've talked about momentum on other episodes too. Yeah. And it's like if the momentum dies, honestly, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately. So you either have to keep it going or realize that, like, okay, 2 weeks have gone by. She hasn't messaged me. I haven't messaged her either. What the hell is the point of even sliding back in?
I asked for phone numbers within 24 hours. Because listen, you saw that I look good. You like what I do. And I might have said something 1 or 2 clever. What are we waiting on? You know what I'm saying?
It's just easier to text than it is
I'd rather do.
DM on Hinge.
I find that like within 48 hours, like we have to meet up because you know what I'm saying? Because like, what's the point? I don't know you like that, and you're not one of my friends, so we're gonna find out if you can be. But I'm not gonna text you to find out. You can't figure shit out that way, right? You can't figure anything out that way.
It's like everybody puts on their prompts, "I'm not here for a pen pal."
I mean, yeah, I'm not really. I got plenty of home. Like I talk to y'all all the time. Look, I'm good. Like if you were, yeah, I know enough women to talk to as my friend. Like it's fine. Like I don't need any more. Like
Phil,
like I'm
DMs
good
are filled. And on that note,
with
I
me.
feel like we have crushed it today. I think we gave out some really good advice.
I hope they listen.
I hope.
Of course.
I think
These losers.
I'm just, whenever I get messages like this, I'm just gonna start sending them a link to the shit guys say episode
You should.
and be like, we give really good quality advice here.
It's a little mean, but it's great advice if you listen.
When Marie says it's a little mean, she just means her. I'm fine.
Yeah, resident bitch is fine. Michelle, or actually Paul, you first. Where, if people want to slide in to be featured on Shit Guys Say, if they're girls, where can they find you?
At PM Jams, 1000%. Just find me there. If you want to send me some dumb shit, I'm all ears. I might even respond. I might even acquiesce. We don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Acquiesce to your request?
There it is. You said it earlier, right?
Yeah, I'm disinclined and acquiesce to your request. It means no. That's a line from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Marie said that earlier, so I copied that word. So yeah, at PM Jams, look me up. If you're in Austin, I do events, and honestly, unlike anything else in the city, if you're not just trying to drink and get tore up. So holla at me.
On that note, you can find us at Swipe in the City across platforms. And cheers, y'all.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Salud.